Grand Moff Tarkin may be a part of Rogue One. I say maybe because I can't say confirmed just yet, but I really want to say confirmed, and that's a great thing. Even better than Darth Vader, you could argue.
Now explain to me, I did read the article, the information.
I agree with the article.
But explain to me why, because the thing is, we see the back.
He's going to be in Rogue One, it seems, because we see what looks like...
Not confirmed,
the back of his head.
That's so fuzzy.
Who else could it be?
Who
else looks like that?
Look at anybody in the whole world with short
hair pattern,
and a jacket on.
It's gray hair. He's got the right ears. He's got the right. Seems like he's got the right build.
He has the right ears. You cannot see anything from that picture.
I can see it. I had LASIK surgery, and it makes me see into the future.
So she has 30/20
and
vision.
see intention.
Okay, that could just be any. That could be anybody. That could be me with a ponytail.
No, because you have different shoulders and ears.
Shoulder pads, and you cannot tell the ears.
Who on the Imperial side would wear like shoulder pads they don't need?
Everybody.
To look like
everybody be wearing shoulder pads.
That's a good cosplay you've got there, unimportant officer. Anyway, back to the Death Star plans.
So
this is that I've made up.
So Tarkin, Rogue One, is good because, convince me.
Because he is a foil to Krennic. Orson Krennic has been posed to be the villain of Rogue One.
Right. Confirmed villain, actually, in the movie.
He's the one from the trailers you've seen. He's wearing a white officer's uniform and a cape. He's much more ornately dressed than you may have remembered any Imperial officers being, aside from Darth Vader in Episode 4.
Yeah, he had a cape too. I wonder, what the echelon of cape is in.
I feel as though you should not have a cape unless you have the Force. Otherwise, it's just like showboating. Or
Capes for everyone.
You also need to be a fancy piano player to own a cape. So basically, Krennic and Tarkin are opposites of each other. They also do not like each other, which shows more of an interesting dynamic going on inside of the Empire, which is just, we generally look at it as being generically evil, but how about add some depth? And here we have some kind of politics. They are posed as being different people from novel evidence, from, I suppose, outside of the cinematic evidence. Tarkin comes from a world of privilege. He's very confident in who he is.
And you're speaking of knowledge from the novel, correct?
Yeah.
So not confirmed, from the movie writers themselves, that it was definitely going to be in this movie.
I'm not sure how in canon this is, actually, but I think it's pretty canon.
That's what I'm confused about, because people are saying, this is confirmed, that Tarkin's in this.
I think Krennic's is definitely confirmed.
Well, yeah.
Which is that he's someone who's worked for everything he's ever gotten and feels kind of insecure in his place on the Death Star, and he says things like, "We will not fail," when opposed against the rebels. He's going to fail because we've already seen what the end of this result is. The rebels will succeed. I don't know who will die, but I have a very good idea that Krennic will be one of the guys who dies, since we do not see any evidence of him in the timeline later on. It's so hard to remember because it's just like, well, this happened a long time ago, but it also is the future, but it's not the future. That's episode 7.
Everybody dies, guys. Everyone dies eventually.
Okay, yes, that's how life works. Life and death works.
They
hate each other. It'll be great. I doubt that Tarkin will have a huge role, considering the actor who most famously played him, Peter Cushing, has died. And it's probably mostly
CG magic.
Yeah, mostly movie magic putting him together.
It's just like Tom Hanks and Forrest Gump all over again.
I don't remember that. What?
No, it's not. It's not exactly the same thing. But remember, they CG'd him into scenes where into historical videos.
Well, then they'll just it'll be the opposite because they'll CG the person. But with
Rogue One confirmed here is opposite.
The opposite of Forrest Gump.
New headline, everyone.
5 stars. The opposite of Forrest Gump.
Oh man.
That's what I'm going to rate it. What this is. Yeah, it's good. I'm interested to see because they're both around the same age. I think they're depicted in this particular time frame. They come from different backgrounds. However, they both have kind of a sharp British thing going on in terms of what they look like, what they sound like. I want to see more of the dynamics. I want to think of them as more than just an analogy for the Third Reich, because I cannot, I will never get into that side. I don't understand why people wear imperial-based clothing, because I'm like, guys, those are space Nazis. I don't even like it as a joke, but sometimes the fashion
Here we are.
All right, and here we are. I just want to see more from that. I guess it's more of a trend of humanizing villains more, which is something that's been happening for the past few years. And I like it.
It's called making a complete story, and not just making two-sided character or one-sided
I like
characters.
it, cool, because it's very easy to see light side, dark side, you know, and then to see it flat like that. One thing I loved about World of Warcraft, like their whole lore,
Transitioning,
is that yes, there's the Alliance, and yes, there is the Horde, and the
Right.
Horde is hideous, and the Horde looks like monsters, but they're not necessarily wrong, and they're not necessarily evil.
I saw the movie about that, so now I know about Warcraft.
I am not referring to the movie.
I know. I played the game like twice. I get it. I played Horde. It's fine.
But because I don't think the movie demonstrated that all the way.
The movie didn't do
successfully.
anything. It just existed in time and
But
space.
I like the idea that there's a lot more gray area than you
Sure.
might think.
Yeah.
And
So better than
maybe-
Darth Vader is what she's saying.
yeah, because well, maybe
Darth
not
gonna be in
better
this
than
movie?
Darth. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I wasn't
He's
sure.
been in
the
the
he's in
clips
the first one.
breathing a little bit.
Just
It's an iconic breathe.
James Earl Jones' breath.
You can argue there is no one's breathing more iconic than Darth Vader's. So it's not crazy what I'm saying. I'm not crazy.
someone make an animated gif of that.
Anyway, I think there's enough evidence to say Tarkin will be a part of this movie, but more so his influence will be a part of this movie, playing into the psyche of Krennic, and I guess ergo the psyche of Jyn Erso and the rest of the Rogue One crew. And I think it helps with character building, and I think it helps with world building, and I am looking forward to it because I do think it will happen. Audience, do you think this is enough evidence to put Tarkin in the movie, and what role will he play? Let us know below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.